Morning. I'm in West Bridgford this morning in Nottingham, really close to the centre of Nottingham. There's Trent Bridge just there, just the other side of that Trent Bridge. That's the cricket ground. You've got the city ground and Meadow Lane, so right in the middle of Nottingham. I'm working for a property management company who's looking after this student block. I got asked a few weeks ago to investigate problems with the gutters. The gutters are leaking and they're causing problems inside the building. They've also got quite a few slipped tiles and damaged bits on the roof. And it's just my job to go round and make things safe, make things watertight, and just generally patch this roof back together. So you're welcome to come along with me. I know how some of you like to watch these things. Join me. It's a lovely day. Let's get the machine off. Let's set it up in the first location and crack on. Right, as you might have seen, this is quite a tight setup, but managed to get there. My objective is to get up to these gutters here, because apparently they're leaking, and that was one of the things that was flagged. It's quite difficult with this car in the way, but this car could belong to anybody in here. Trying to find the owner is a nuisance, so I've managed to get set up without having to find the owner. Obviously, if it was in this spot here, I'd have problems, but it's not, so I crack on. I'm going to put some gloves on, I'm going to put my harness on, go up and see what I can do about this leaking gutter. Don't know what I'm going to find when I go up there, so I've got a little array of tools. I'm taking up sealant, my screw box and screwdriver flip, just in case anything needs screwing back together, some tiles, because I said I would change any damaged tiles I see, a bucket in case the gutters need cleaning out, and my GoPro, so I can film it for you. Turned it off at the base. It's annoying. Bear with me. Try that again. If you've ever watched any of my cherry picker reviews, I often talk about multi-boom functions. This machine's just got it because it's got hydraulic controls, which means you can do more than one boom function at a time, which is something I absolutely love about this machine. Oh well, I can see what the problem is here. The problem here is obvious. The union has come away and now water is just leaking straight through. This timber is not very good. This bracket was attached to this timber. It's no longer attached. Fortunately, I'm not carrying any timber to replace that. I have got a bit of plywood. Sometimes I carry a bit of lat with me. It would have been good to put something at the back of here and then we could have screwed it to it. But for now, I am going to attach all this back together. I'll have a little look in my van, see if I have got anything, or if there's anything kicking around I can put behind this and just screw this back together, make it a bit more secure. Okay, let me explain what I've done here. I've put a bit of timber on the back of this rotten fascia board. That's given me something to attach these brackets to. If I'm honest, this gutter in here is too short. I can't pull any more over from that side or this side. And well, as you can see, it's not got very good cover and the fascia's rotten. So this isn't going to get a permanent fix today. I have stopped it from leaking. I'm going to have to go back and say, look, this fascia board ideally needs replacing, and you could do with replacing this section of gutter, but you've got to remember my objective here is to stop the leak and stop the damage that's being caused on the inside of the property. If we need to do remedial works afterwards, then that's fine, but just because what I'm doing isn't the proper and permanent repair doesn't mean I'm not doing good here today. I don't say that to justify what I've done. I get a lot of comments saying how I've bodged something or that's not a proper repair, and yeah, this is a bodge, but you've got to understand the circumstances in which I'm working. A lot of people will comment on these things without fully understanding the circumstances. When a property management company who you do a lot of work for rings you up asking you to do an emergency repair and stop further damage inside the property, that's what you do, and you don't always come armed with everything you need to get that done permanently, because you don't always know what you're facing. Okay, check out the lead work behind me. This is a nice easy fix. We'll get some hall clips in here and just seal this up, and that's just going to help keep that watertight. I often get told that you don't actually need a cherry picker to fix roofs. I'm just wondering, see that there? Just out of interest, how would you fix that without a cherry picker? You boys doing it off a ladder? To be fair, I used to do that kind of stuff off a ladder. It can be done. I used to have a set of 13-metre ladders that I'd use. I bought my first cherry picker. I used to rent some 13.5-metre ladders off a company called Frank Keys locally, and then I bought my own at 15.5 metres. I used them once and decided it was time to buy a cherry picker, and that's how I ended up in the cherry picker business. Never look back. Let's have a look on top of these roofs, see what else we can see. Well, obviously the chimney's not in the greatest condition, but it'll do for now. My customer's not going to be wanting to do anything with that. These hips, they're okay, and actually there aren't too many missing tiles on this roof either, so that's actually not too bad. Let's boom right up, we'll have a look on top of that chimney. Okay, and at 17.5 metres we can see the flaunching on top of that chimney is poor. Some of the brickwork's poor. This is not a job for today, but it's certainly something I can price to do. Just make that a bit more watertight, a bit more weather resistant. A good flaunching would sort that out, and some minor pointing. But we can see that the roof here is not too bad. We'll clear out these gutters here. I've been given the job to just get all the rubbish off that valley there, and there are some slip tiles on the back side of that roof, and there's also a bit of a problem down here, so we'll go and do that. Let's move this machine around. Having a look at this other side of the roof, and everything here seems to be in reasonable condition. Let me spin you around, I'll show you. Can see one slip tile there and one right on the corner there. See if we can get to those from this location. If not, I might have to get it from the other side over there. But other than that, this section looks okay. And the tiles themselves look okay as well. They don't look shale or damaged in any way. Next job, I'm going to make the machine a bit smaller, narrow it down, bring it through this alleyway here so that I can work on the front of the building. I've got a few bits to do around here. The guttering right on the edge is dangling down right in the corner of this building, and I know there's a blockage around the corner because that was one of the things that was flagged, and there's also quite the blockage up in the valley at the front of the building. So let's narrow these tracks and bring the machine round. Right, man on a bike's just driven past me, or ridden past me, and do you know what he said? He said, going up in the world, this job has its ups and downs. Right on the front of this building we can see that this valley is really badly clogged up. We've got slip tiles here, and if we have a look close to that Velux window there, there are slip tiles over there as well, so I'm going to get over there and I'm going to fix all that. I'll position this basket right into this valley, and I've got protection either side, so I can get out safely onto this roof and fix everything around there. And that's what I'm going to do now. Right, I'm just on this sort of valley section here. Just blown it all off, cleaned it all down. I'll give it another blow in a minute, but check out the state of the tiles into these next to these Velux windows. Slipping all over the place on both sides. It's not very good in here. Another thing that's not very good as well, check out the flashing on this chimney. So all the flashing is falling out of the brickwork. That needs repositioning and securing back into place, and it looks as though somebody has covered the flashing with Acropol, something similar to that. I don't know how long that's been there, but it's starting to fail now. This section of the roof has seen better days, there's no doubt about it, but I'm just going to have to do whatever I can to try and make this as watertight as I can, really. This is one of the things I've been asked to investigate. It's this big green patch down the side of this wall, and it's obviously come from this bit of gutter. Just needs screwing into place. That was full of debris, but the main culprit, probably this block downpipe. So let's get all this cleared out, get that screwed back into position, and that's my final job here. My work will be complete. There you are, all done, packed up, ready to go. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. If you have, please give it a like. If you've got anything to say, leave it in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more cherry picker and high access type content. I'll see you on the next job.